For skin prep, I'm gonna be starting off with my Giorgio Armani Prima Glow On Moisturizing Cream. Now this makes such an amazing base for your makeup because it is very lightweight on the skin. It never weighs the skin down, but it feels extremely hydrating and gives the most gorgeous glow. I'm gonna start off by just like lightly pressing this into her skin and really making sure that I'm working this in the T-zone, around the nose, anywhere that we tend to have like little dry patches. I wanna make sure that I tackle that right now. This is one of my favorite products to prep the skin with because it feels so lightweight on the skin and it gives the most radiant luminous glow without weighing the skin down. For Anna's lip prep, I'll be using my Buxom Cosmetics Big O Lip Balm. This is such a great product to base the lips with because it's very hydrating on the lips. I usually just let it sit while I'm doing the skin, so that way when we get back to the lips, they're nice and prepped and smooth for a really seamless lip application. And you'll see right before your eyes, this will actually start turning the shade of her lips slightly pink. It reacts to the natural pH level in your lips to give your lips a subtle rosy tint. Next up, I'm gonna be using my Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer in the shade 2. Now this has like a beautiful champagne golden tint to it. I'm actually gonna be using this on the high points of the face, on the tops of the cheeks, the temples, the bridge of the nose, just to give Anna's skin the most gorgeous glow that shines through the foundation. But you can actually use this mixed in with your foundation for an all over luminous effect. And you can also use it as a bronzer, as a blush, depending on the tone that is. That way when she turns to different directions, you get this beautiful glow that comes from the side of the face. Sometimes I'll even take the fluid sheer and apply it when the makeup is complete as a highlight. But for this look today, I just wanted it to shine through the foundation ever so softly. For primer, today I'm gonna be using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer. Now this is a great primer to use underneath any foundation because it keeps the skin nice and hydrated, while blurring imperfections and just smoothing out the skin at the same time. It's also infused with shea butter, rice bran, and glycerin, which helps to lock in moisture and just smooth out the skin's surface for a really moisturized look. And I'm just smoothing this out over the nasolabial folds, also the center of the forehead and the bridge of the nose, and around the sides of the mouth and chin. For foundation, I'm gonna be using my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 5. I mean, you guys know this is every celebrity makeup artist's best kept secret, and you've seen me use it in so many of my videos, and that's just because it gives you the most flawless finish every time. I'm gonna be using one of my Armani brushes to apply it just because it's so effortless and easy with this brush, just the way that it's designed. And I'm just gonna be starting at the jawline and working my way up. It has medium coverage, but it is extremely buildable. So if there's an area where you need more coverage, it's really easy to build it up. And it also comes in 40 diverse shades, so it's perfect for my makeup kit. To contour Anna's skin, I'm gonna be going in with my Armani Luminous Silk Concealer in the shade 8. I'm just gonna go in and apply this directly to Anna's skin just because I'm gonna be giving this to her for sanitary purposes. If you turn this way. So we're gonna be applying this at the tops of the cheeks. I'm using the top of the ear as a guide as to where to make this line. And I'm also gonna be bringing this on the sides of the temples, like so, and kind of leaving the center open just to open up the shape of her face. Now this is such a great product to have in your kit or just to use in general on yourself because not only can you use it to contour, you can use it to highlight, you can use it to conceal, you can use it on so many different areas of the face, and it really keeps the skin nice and hydrated and has such beautiful buildable coverage. Normally I wouldn't go in and create lines first with a product because I feel like it can actually indent the foundation and make it really hard to blend out. But this product is so easy to blend. It's very hydrating. It's honestly silky smooth. So you really can't mess up with this one. And I'm also using the same brush that I used to apply the foundation. So it does have some foundation on it, which makes it even easier to blend out. And this is the Armani Beauty Blender brush, by the way. I like using brushes like this that are a little more controlled because it makes it so much easier when trying to sculpt the face. And I'm kind of just blending in an upward direction, lifting everything up, and also blending into the hairline so everything looks seamless. Basically just melts in. When blending out the neck, I like to bring it right above the jawline and also right underneath, just to make sure that there's no line showing. For concealer, I'm actually gonna use another shade of the Luminous Silk Concealer. This is shade 4.5. And again, I'll just be going directly on her skin with this because I'm gonna be giving this to Anna. And I'm just applying this right underneath the eye area. I'm also gonna apply this to the center of the forehead just to bring back a little bit of light down the bridge of the nose and also the chin. To blend this out, I'm gonna be using a concealer brush. This one is by Armani as well. It's such a great size to use under the eyes, the chin, the center of the nose. Really easy to use this brush and just to get around those harder to reach areas. Now, this concealer does contain glycerin, which is very hydrating on the skin. Not only that, but it contains vitamin E and caffeine, which caffeine helps to wake up the under eye area, which is so nice, and it also helps with puffiness as well. To set the under eyes in the center of the face, I'm gonna be going in with my Pat McGrath Labs loose powder in the shade Light 1. Before you set the under eyes, it's really important just to make sure that you smooth any under eye lines. So I'm just going back with my brush one more time. To set the eye, I'll be using my Armani blush brush, and I'm just gonna press this into the skin. Also bringing it to the center of the face, down the bridge of the nose, and just any area that you tend to get any shine. Keep in mind, I'm not really setting this side of the face because I still want there to be a really nice glow. To set the contour, I'll be going in with my Luminous Silk Glow Setting Powder in the shade 8. Now, this is a product that I have been wanting to introduce you guys. I recently got turned on to this product and it is so beautiful on the skin. So this is basically how you can extend your glow because it has such a gorgeous glow built into the powder. And the best way to apply it, I've found, is with this contouring brush by Armani as well. And just one sweep, you can sculpt the temples and also the tops of the cheeks. You can also use it alone as a setting powder, or you can use it on top of the Luminous Silk foundation just to really extend that glow, which, I mean, hello, of course we want to do. I feel like we're all about fresh skin. This is also a spring makeup, so it's perfect. And it makes it so easy to sculpt the jaw, also the chin, and then just bringing that down into the neck so you always have a seamless application. And you can really see that glow in action. It's also very easy to sculpt the nose with this brush. I'm gonna bring it in an upward direction and into the brows and underneath the tip of the nose just to lift it up. Now I'm actually gonna go in with another Luminous Silk Glow Setting Powder. This one is in the shade 2, it's her skin tone. And I'm actually just gonna go in and just set around the contour. Using an Armani blush brush, I'm just gonna bring this right here in the middle in between the jaw contour and the cheek contour. I'm gonna sweep this right on top of the tops of the cheeks, center of the nose, and also center of the forehead. For blush, I'm gonna be using my Buxom Cosmetics Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in the shade Havana. This is also gonna bring back some gorgeous color into the skin. I feel like we need more of a rosy glow, and that is exactly what this blush is going to do for us. So using my Armani blush brush, I'm actually gonna load this up. Now I'm gonna take the excess and put it on the back of my wrist because this is a very pigmented blush and a little goes such a long way. I'm gonna apply this right to the apples of her cheeks, but also in a lifted upward direction. This blush also has a subtle glow to it, so it really goes with this whole overall theme. And it also has a 16-hour wear, so I never have to worry about this blush fading throughout the day. This is such a great product for me to have in my kit because it's a blush I never have to worry about. I'm also gonna use what's left over on the brush just to leave a rosy hue on the eyes so everything looks cohesive and it goes with our mauve rosy eye look. For this mauve eyeshadow look, I'm gonna be using my Armani Eye Tint Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade 27. Now I am gonna be applying this directly to her eyes because I'm gonna be giving this to Anna. One thing I really like about this that I wanted to show you guys is the applicator tip. It's basically in the shape of a triangle, which makes it really easy to get into the inner and outer corner of the eye and get as close to the lash line as possible. Now, depending on the shade, you could even use this as an eyeliner application as well. These have an all-day wear and they don't feel heavy on the eyes. I feel like a lot of the times when I use like liquid or cream eyeshadow, sometimes it feels like a liquid or a cream, it feels heavy, but with these, they're completely weightless. You don't feel them at all. And once they dry down, they pretty much stay all day, so you don't have to worry about it creasing or flaking or anything like that. To blend it out a little bit, I'm gonna be using my Armani Angled Eye Brush. This one has a nice edge to it, so it's really easy to come in from the outer corner and kind of lift up the shape of the eyeshadow to extend the eye shape. I'm basically starting on the lash line, just blending this out and bringing it up to the crease to blow it out. Kind of making large circular motions. And once you get to the outer corner, I'm just lifting this in an upward, outward direction. You can start with one layer and then kind of build up as you go if you want it more rich and pigmented. I'm gonna go in with one more shade of the Eye Tint Liquid Eyeshadow in shade 41. This is more of a bronzier tone. I'm actually just gonna bring this right along the lash line just to give a little more depth. Avi, look down for me. And I'm gonna bring this right above the lashes, pretty much lining the eyes with it. And then we can go back in and kind of smudge it out. To buff this into the eyes, just to make it a little more seamless on the outer edges, I'm using my Blending Eye brush. This one's by Armani as well. So I'm just kind of lightly going over this area. Really soft pressure. I'm also gonna wrap this around the lower lashes and using that same brush just to blend it out. I'm gonna go back in with number 27 and apply this on top of the bronzy shade. That way we have a little bit of this pinky metallic tone just peeking through. And the best thing about using these eyeshadows is that there's no fallout, so you never have to worry about that. And they blend like a dream. I'm gonna be using my Buxom Cosmetics Divine Goddess highlighter palette. These are creams, and I'm actually gonna be using the lightest shade. This one is Venus. Just warming it up on the back of my hand. And I'm just gonna pat this down the bridge of her nose for a little highlight right here, the side of the chin. And I'm just gonna pat this in on the tops of her cheeks. To top off the eyes, I'll be using my Armani Beauty Eyes to Kill mascara. This is a longtime favorite mascara of mine because it really gives you those high impact lashes. I feel like it really lengthens and you get a lot of volume from this mascara, and it builds really quick, which is always nice. And I'm just starting from the base and really just dragging this through. It also contains a blend of hard and soft waxes to really amplify the lash look. And then once I get to the outer corner, I'm kind of just dragging it in a downward direction to make sure I coat every single hair. I'm also gonna be giving this mascara to Anna for sanitary purposes. You guys always hear me say that. I always have a designated mascara for each one of my clients if I don't give it to them. I'm gonna do a very light coat on the bottom so that way we get more of a lifted look. I feel like sometimes when you do a little bit too much on the bottom, it can drag the shape of the eye down. Since we left the Big O Buxom lip balm on Anna's lips, they're nice and prepped and hydrated, so we are ready for lip liner. I'm gonna be using my Armani Beauty Lip Liner in the shades 4 and 9. I'm gonna start off by shading Anna's lips with the shade 9. And I'm just following her natural lip shape because she really does have such a beautiful lip shape. And I'm just kind of shading the corners a little bit too, just to add a little bit more depth. These pencils are really creamy and just easy to blend. I'm gonna bring the Cupid's bow just a little bit higher just to make her lips even powderier in the center. And then for an all-day wear, I'm gonna take the shade number 4 and just start filling in the center of her lips. I feel like this is a trick that I do on my celebrity clients all the time because that way they really don't have to touch their lips up at all. To top off Anna's lips and to complete this spring makeup look, I'm gonna be using my Armani Beauty Lip Maestro Liquid Lip in the shade number 500. So these give very pigmented, opaque coverage on the lips, and they also have the nicest pillowy feel to it. So it's very comforting on the lips, and the wear honestly lasts all day, but it also has such a nice feel. I feel like a lot of liquid lipsticks that you try can be really sticky on the lips, but these are the exact opposite. It honestly just has that pillowy feel, and it's nice and soft on the lips. And to apply it, I'm actually using my Armani Lip Brush as well.
Make me feel something more stronger, something that I may never forget. I just want this to be longer, longer, yeah, longer. Where you are.
So that wraps up today's makeup tutorial. I hope you guys like this introduction into spring with my girl Anna. Yes. Comment down below what other looks you'd like to see, and I'll see you guys soon. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, fresh skin. I've been in a spring makeup mood, so that's what we're going to do today. Fresh skin. Fresh skin. Fresh skin. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary.